I experienced sexual harassment over the past 1 year in the hands of the Senate President. And this sexual harassment, because I refused to yield to his demands, turned into malice, whereby my rights and privileges as a senator were being deprived. I found the courage to speak up. Yes, the breaking point was that moving me from that seat. Silently, I have had to endure a whole lot. And each time I walk to him alone, he'll tell me, you know what, right here, I'm the chief presiding officer of the National Assembly. So you have to please me, make me happy to get these privileges. And that happened several times. And because I refused, it developed into malice.
Senator Natasha has firmly rejected an out-of-court settlement proposed by the Senate President, Akpabio, through his legal counsel, Dr. Olisa Bakoba, SAN, regarding her allegations of sexual harassment against Akpabio. You see, I remember vividly well that in one of my videos, which I will be attaching the link to that video towards the end of this video, I told you guys that Natasha has something huge against Akpabio and probably against Yahaya Bello and Governor Dodo, which may be one of the reasons why they haven't sued her for criminal defamation all this while. Instead, they resorted to constantly petitioning the unfortunate Nigerian police force to go and arrest her, rather than going through the legal means of criminal defamation process. Guys, you needed to see how bold and unshaken Natasha was in her response to the out-of-court settlement. Well, don't bother because I got you covered. That's why I'm making this video, to share that with you, my amazing community members. But please, before I continue, kindly give this video a thumb up. Subscribe if you haven't. Share and put on your notification bell to always be among the first to get notified with our latest updates. Don't also forget to leave your own opinion in the comment section below. Now, here is the background story of what happened. In February of this year 2025, Senator Natasha publicly accused Senator Akpabio of sexually harassing her, an allegation that led to significant controversy within the Nigerian Senate. Subsequently, the Senate's Ethics and Privileges Committee dismissed her petition on procedural grounds, citing that she had personally signed the petition, which violates Senate rules. Now, after back and forth and series of attempts to bamboozle and intimidate Senator Natasha into silence, she still stood her ground that Senator Akpabio should subject himself to investigation for justice to prevail. Now, fast forward to this moment where she's now being begged for an out-of-court settlement. However, Senator Natasha made it clear to them that she is not backing down or brushing her allegation under the rug. Her firm rejection of an out-of-court settlement proposed by Senator Akpabio's legal team sends a strong message to them and the system that all she wants is an accountability and not compromise. Again, in the wake of her sexual harassment allegations against Akpabio, the call for a private resolution might have seemed like a way to de-escalate the matter. But Natasha's response was decisive. In her words, she said, and I quote, "I am not looking forward to an out-of-court settlement. He should subject himself to an investigation," unquote. Now, here are the three major things that Natasha's rejection for an out-of-court settlement has done. Number one, it affirms her position because she's not walking back her claims or softening her stance. She's demanding a full, transparent investigation, which sends a strong signal of the level of evidence she has against Akpabio. Number two, it challenges the system. Now, by pushing back against what some people might see as a political gesture, Natasha is confronting the culture of sweeping serious accusations aside in favor of backroom deals. And number three, it empowers others. Her refusal to settle quietly could embolden other women in politics and public life to speak up and demand justice rather than silence. Because this is not just about two politicians, it's about setting a precedent in political space where accountability often gets traded for influence. Natasha's stance could reshape how similar cases are handled going forward. However, in my own opinion, Senator Natasha's decision to reject an out-of-court settlement highlights the complexities involved in addressing allegations of misconduct at high level of government. It brings to the forefront discussions about institutional accountability, the rights of accusers, and mechanisms available for addressing such claims within the Nigerian political system. So, my dear people of Nigeria, do well to drop your own opinion in the comment section below over this Natasha Oti and Akpabio's sexual harassment cases that have lingered for the longest period of time. Drop your own thoughts and let's have a discussion in the comment section below.
I made an allegation of sexual harassment against the President of Nigerian Senate, Senator Godswill Akpabio, on the 5th day of March 2025, and the very next day I was suspended for 6 months. I believe my suspension was illegal, it's unjust, and it's just a way of silencing me.
The Nigerian Senate has stated that your suspension is not related to the allegations that you've made of sexual harassment or assault, but due to gross misconduct and unruly behaviour on your part, firmly refuting what they call the deliberate misinformation and false narrative being circulated regarding your 6-month suspension.
Anna, yes, they did mention that I was suspended on accounts of gross misconduct. But can they please provide exactly what the gross misconduct is that amounts for 6 months suspension the day after I submitted a petition? I was suspended because of that petition, not because of any gross misconduct. Let's talk about the gross misconduct that have happened in the Nigerian chambers. I was only told to move, and I refused to move my seat because I deserve to be notified. I deserve to be given a chance to explain why I should retain my seat. But you see, I have seen in that chambers where men fight, where senators throw items at each other, curse each other, shout at each other, you know, but they were not suspended. Why? Because they are men? You know, there's this culture of silence, harassment, and fear, intimidation that is intertwined with our culture, whereby a woman is supposed to sit pretty, to be seen only and not heard. I experienced sexual harassment over the past 1 year in the hands of the Senate President. And this sexual harassment, because I refused to yield to his demands, turned into malice, whereby my rights and privileges as a senator were being deprived. I found the courage to speak up. Yes, the breaking point was that moving me from that seat. Silently, I have had to endure a whole lot.
Are you able to tell us the allegations that you are making against him then?
Things got difficult for me. I was always complaining, I have this motion to pass, he's not letting me. And my husband will actually walk to him because they are friends. My wife has a very important bill. Her constituency need this. Why don't you give her a chance to speak? And he'll tell me, okay, next time, next time. So he deliberately kept on denying me this. And each time I walk to him alone, he'll tell me, you know what? Right here, I'm the chief presiding officer of the National Assembly. So you have to please me, make me happy to get these privileges. And that happened several times. And because I refused, it developed into malice.
He obviously denies the allegations. You've been speaking out very publicly about this, which presumably alludes to the one-sided part of this debate. Was it wrong for you to broadcast this on television, do you think, to make the allegations that way?
Which other way was I going to make it that would have made my voice heard?
Hello, you're watching Daily Events News, your favorite platform for amazing events happening across Nigeria. If you have watched up to this moment, thank you so much and kindly give us a thumb up. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. We really appreciate. And if you're seeing this handle for the first time, please kindly click on the subscribe button and turn on your notification button for more interesting updates. Also follow us across social media at Daily Events News. See you all in our next video and thanks for watching.